people have labeled me all kinds of things. I'm a movie maker, always have been, a dramatist.
1978年以《午夜快车》拿下第一座奥斯卡，80、90年代成功打造前进高年、7月4号诞生、华尔街等经典电影。而2012年66岁的他以《野蛮告白》再战荧幕，挑战限制级题材。他就是奥斯卡金奖导演奥利弗·史东。改编自同名小说《野蛮告白》，描述2个年轻人经营毒品生意，却在想退出时被大毒枭杀马海耶克盯上，耍狠绑架女友 Blake Lively， 逼他们就范。没想到却引发一连串的野蛮杀机。这种竞技题材一向是奥利弗·史东最爱，但要如何兼顾深度和大众口味才是难题。
The most challenging part is to organize the entire logistics of the production, which is to say, this is a huge. Savages is about a subject that most people don't know about. It's about Mexican cartels, about young people growing legal marijuana and fighting the cartel. And it's a business competition with a lot of violence. But how do you make it believable? How do you make it real? You have to do your research. You have to bring it to the public so that they believe it, because they're very smart. And it's an exotic world, so that's the challenge, is how do you do the whole thing to make it work?
能和金奖导演合作，演员们当然趋之若鹜，但大导演自然要求甚高。首先就让大牌们见识到什么叫脾气。
Were you nervous at all to work with Sama for the first day?
I was nervous, I was intimidated, and then you meet Oliver and you realize nobody can be more intimidating or nerve-wracking. So the moment you meet Selma, you're like, yes, my best friend, my lifesaver. You know? So she was actually my float. Not
we immediately connected.
Yeah.
So the director is very serious? He's pretty serious.
Yeah, he's intense.
Do you get angry all the time or?
No. You get angry sometimes.
Yeah.
But not all the time, only when we ate.
It seems like most of the time he was angry with himself, and then that would come to other people because he demands such a high level of work from all of us, but especially himself. And especially if we're not giving it to him, then it's himself that he blames. And so, but you know, he also was.
And sometimes he would be so incredibly gentle. It was all the more scary, you know? Because he was so sweet and tender and gentle. You never know.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Moment to moment.
Moment to moment, yeah. I could be 10 minutes later, something completely different. But I'll tell you, never a dull moment.
Yeah.
Always challenging, always fascinating and inspiring.
And how did you know you nailed the performance? Will he smile or do anything to let you know?
I don't know if you ever know. But at least he said thank you at the end of every day of working. But I don't know if you nailed it, you know, from him. I think he you know, I think maybe the dinner was kind of like his way of letting us know that we were happy with that. We had a dinner with him not too long ago.
Yeah, just to make
we had a great time in his house. So maybe that's his way of saying, you know what, I'm happy with you.
Yeah, probably is. And if it's not there, he'll ask another take. He'll never let you go.
Yeah, he won't let you go.
If it's not there. Yeah, if it's not there.
I want my money.
新的演员班尼西欧·迪特洛这次在《野蛮告白》中饰演杀人不眨眼、虐待人更不手软的打手。拍戏时还特意剃了半边眉，就为了增添狠劲。看电影时把观众吓得皮皮剉，没想到和他面对面才发现他超会放电。
The eyebrow.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, on purpose. Just like your haircut. Yeah.
Is everything all right?
Yes, mother.
美艳的杀马海耶克这次在戏中饰演大反派，狠招一个接着一个。但其实光这场骂人打耳光的戏就差点难产。
Well, that's interesting because most of my scenes I didn't shoot a lot, one take, 2 takes. And I had been working by myself just with the video, but there was no video. I was looking at the black. And that was the first thing I did with other people. And we did, after being used to like 1, 2 takes, we did so many takes. I don't know how many, but a lot. Cut off the fingers. She lives in a world that is very violent. To have a character that is El Jefe, 7 of my men dead, and that she has machos like Benicio del Toro work underneath her.
I'm very sorry, Madrina.
It's like a female fantasy. Stop. Let me remind you that if I had to, I wouldn't have a problem cutting both their throats.
Do you feel any pressure for the box office?
We all do, but if it becomes the reason to do things, somehow you lose your. Put it this way: I want to do stories that are very difficult sometimes and very controversial, and sometimes they're about things that are not of great interest to people. But I try to make it exciting and dramatic, and people all of a sudden get interested. Like the Kennedy assassination, people didn't. It'd been forgotten. People didn't care that much because it's political. But we made it fun and exciting. Not fun, but exciting.